I'm 60 Second Spidey, and I'm recapping mainline Spider-Man comics in timeline order. Here's part 15. Not wanting his clone's corpse to be found, Peter drops him in a smokestack, then sees Harry Osborn at school, seemingly cured of his Green Goblin persona. When parts of the city start to lose power, Spider-Man investigates and sees the area spells Shocker. He tracks Shocker down in the flooding sewers where the two fight, but Spidey runs out of webbing, so Shocker causes a cave-in, trapping him. Spider-Man was trapped in the flooding sewers last issue and ends up washed out into the river. When Shocker threatens to black out the entire city, Spidey tracks him down at a power station, where the two fight once again, but this time Spider-Man makes Shocker knock himself out with his own weapons. Peter and Ned Leeds are interviewing computer scientist Dr. Bolton, who reminisces about his days playing quarterback before receiving a letter and running off. Turns out a man has kidnapped his daughter to force him to help with his criminal activities. Peter follows Dr. Bolton, who's double-crossed, but uses his old football skills to dodge bullets and save his daughter before being fatally shot as Spider-Man takes out the crook. Sandman is freed from a police transport and is given the world's ugliest costume and told to steal a mechanism across town. Instead, he uses a spider tracer to lure Spidey there and tries to hit him with a freeze ray. But of course, Spidey dodges it, then punches Sandman so hard he slides backwards into the ray and is frozen solid. While doing an interview about the police's new machine that can ID criminals, the inventor is found slain. Spidey uses the machine and gets a list of suspects, who he tracks down across the city, but they are all innocent. Back at the station, Spider-Man learns the culprit was actually the computer, so he webs up its air vents, causing it to explode. After being smacked with a broom by his landlady Mrs. Muggins, Peter gets ready for Betty and Ned's wedding, which is of course interrupted by a robber named Mirage. So Pete quickly swaps to Spidey and fights off the teleporting villain, dropping a huge chandelier on him, which allows Betty and Ned's wedding to resume. The rumors of Doctor Octopus's demise were greatly exaggerated. After returning to his bride-to-be Aunt May, he explains how he avoided the island explosion, but Hammerhead perished and is now haunting him as a ghost. Joining the fight, Spidey gets Aunt May away from Ock and then follows him as he hijacks a helicopter, but unfortunately, he cuts Spider-Man loose. After being dropped from the sky, Spidey glides his way to the safety of a dumpster, then tracks down Doctor Octopus and Aunt May, who are being haunted by Hammerhead's ghost. Despite their differences, Peter worries about Aunt May's safety, so he helps Dr. Octopus power up a machine to take care of the ghost, but it ends up reviving Hammerhead instead. Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus are fighting Hammerhead, who they revived last issue, but all cartoonishly knock each other out, giving a SWAT team time to find them. Hammerhead takes Aunt May hostage and flees, so Spidey and Ock once again team up to save her, attacking his hideout where Ock explodes his getaway plane as Peter brings Aunt May to safety. Spidey chases off a criminal who is holding multiple hostages as Jameson pays yet another scientist to make a superpowered quote-unquote hero to fight Spider-Man. Unfortunately, the criminal from earlier interrupts the scientist and forces him to make him the test subject, turning him into the human fly. Jameson finds the scientist's body and is attacked by the human fly, who uses him as bait to fight Spider-Man. Spidey tracks the fly down, dodging his sonic blasts, and saves Jonah before webbing the villain up for the cops. While fighting, Spidey is hit with some strange gas, and then is attacked by his previously lost Spider-Mobile. Trying to flee, he realizes the mist temporarily removed his powers. The Spider-Mobile chases him down and captures him, bringing him to its master, the Tinkerer, who reveals he was just pretending to be an alien back in issue 2. Unfortunately for him, Spidey's powers return and he demolishes the car and sends Tinkerer to jail. While on a date with Mary Jane, Peter sees a man assassinated, who turns out to be a friend of the X-Men Nightcrawler, who investigates and is blamed for the shooting by Spidey. Despite later learning that Punisher was the culprit, Spidey and Nightcrawler fight once again, not trusting each other before they are attacked by the Punisher himself. Spidey and Nightcrawler are being attacked by Punisher, but they learn he didn't actually assassinate the man from last issue. The three heroes search for the real assassin, who turns out to be a Punisher villain, Jigsaw, who Spider-Man fights on top of a fire truck and ties him up with a fire hose. Thanks for watching part 15 of my Spider-Man timeline recap. Like, follow, and subscribe as I post daily shorts and long-form compilations.